let's get this started. And we are live with episode, I believe, 3 of Mydia's Adventures through Endwalker. We're headed to Thavner today. And then when we come back to this area, we'll just stop. But, yeah. Of course, as always, we'll be skipping through the non-voice dialogues. Because we've been through this. Oh yeah, it's Moonbreeder's parents. Because one day I will figure out how to get rid of this sprout thing. It's probably just finished the last dungeon. I just have to go through the last dungeon. Right? The last Shadowbringer dungeon. Because when I did the story skip to get us so we can do Endwalker, it doesn't mark the dungeons as complete. Anyway, we will have two glams. Did I need to include the stutter? No. Did I do it anyway? Yes. Should it have been expected that I would do a funny stutter? Well, it's what's his face from Looney Tunes stutter. Anyway, yes, you should have expected it. Damn, no voices. Shit. Wait at the Aetheryte Plaza in Old Charlene. Whoop. Sacred Oriange Eldestinian. I love how we go about this. We like fly. It's just it's insanity.
Right, we're all set.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. PS4 games should have full voicing.
Was it?
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavner.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects.
Estinian, join us anyway!
Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please.
We're about to get, like, high as fuck.
Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether. Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good
a
luck!
teensy weensy touch of a violent sickness. Oh boy.
What?
Thancred just panicked. Meanwhile, our stoic warrior of light that just doesn't have like any emotion. Radzatan.
Thavnir, home to city-state Radz-at-Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between two peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time. Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have? What chance?
We have all the chances. I'm a healer. What's up?
Against such an insidious foe.
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. This background music gives me Colosseum vibes. Poker Man's Colosseum. We are dying.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions. Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Yikes. That's so bad. Or just like, fuck. Um... Where was this Stinian again? 1,800 would be 600 per, and assuming the guild runs like Japanese yen, that's $6, which not too bad. And yet I don't get to drink mine. Give me that money. That's the annoying bit, right? We have it, but we can't like use it. And Esuna doesn't work, by the way. At least I don't think it works. Hold on, I want to see if I can trigger it. Oh, is it specifically triggered by story? Nope, nope, there it is. Esuna has no effect, told you. Alright, let's just get this shit done. Oh, dude, I was scared it was gonna give me a level after that. Anyway, oh yeah, they finally released Elise's outfit for Stormblood. The the old Alamegan traditional outfit and her hairstyle. And now I need to buy the hair. Now I need to spend $15 just to get the hairstyle for one of my ults, since she's supposed to have the same length as Elise in hair and also the photo. Anyway, they created blah blah blah. Gotta give Rowena the fancy hairs. Anyway. Ugh. I'll do that when I go to get Rowena to 80. Nin. 80 ninja, let's go. But that'll be after I finish this story with Mydia and after I get everyone else, my main to 90 everything. 90 everything combat, except Blue Mage, obviously. Because Blue Mage... I actually level 6 Blue Mage now, so I have been working on it. Do 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 do. I believe this is a voiced cutscene. Like, the only place we're gonna read all the dialogue and cutscenes and whatnot is Elpis. Oh shit! I can't believe you're not talking. Shit. Guess we skip. Do 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 do. Mattia! Friend! I have come to offer you succor. And also my magical book that casts spells and yeets enemies. '82! Broil 4! Action learned. Art of War 2? 295. 220. Not instacast though. Cedrus. Deals unaspected damage of 180 to... Oh! Cool. We got an upgrade to Art of War. Traits. I'm 82. Art of War Mastery, Broil Mastery. Alright, let's see what it looks like now. Oh, that's sick. That's actually pretty sick. Although that does beg the question. What does Summoner look like now? Interesting. It seems... No. Oh. That's interesting. Summoner gets nothing until 90. The last thing was try disaster at 74. I do wish that the attacks were instacast like with Scholar, but you know, it makes sense that they're not. Summon Phoenix. I need to switch this. I just noticed that. Hold up. I need to switch this. There we go. Anyway, back to Scholar we go. Okay. It's too bad I can't knock Matsuya into the water. Because I think that'd be funny. Ah! I obviously have to, like... I have to, like, actually pay attention to this text, because, you know... Like, me... And, like, all of my other alts, it would fit for just be like... Fuck it, we don't care. And just say random shit. But the scholar, the smart lass has to actually, you know, pay attention to shit. Oh, the crazy lore. I'd just be like, okay, bye. Like, here, sell some fish. Be like, okay, bye, and then just not sell fish because I can be asked. I also don't like fish though, so like, it is not my preferred animal product. How can you say? Do you sell fruit for a chance? So I want to buy some Amra. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be expert quality. Empathy is important. A curse is of a curse be laid upon all of this empathy nonsense. Like either way, it's not good. It was not gonna end in a sale because. Are you sure you're hungry? Yes. Yes, she's sure. I think she knows how she's feeling. Smart people don't ask stupid questions. Sad. Well, I mean, you know, he'll know who to come for fresh fish, you know, later on. It's all good. Um. Okay, hold on. Chat logs. No. Yeah, log filter general. There we go. Apply. Because I don't want to see people shouting. That's carriage configuration though, which is annoying. Yeah, I will say the whole accompany so-and-so to this area where it actually makes them accompany you. I am of two minds of it. One, it annoys me because I have to keep it being with me. And I can't, you know, teleport and whatnot. And two, it makes more sense than accompany so-and-so to this place and they beat me there. And it's like, I thought you were supposed to come with. So, you know. But at least it makes sense this way. And that's what matters. Speak with Thancred. Thancred, where you at? I might after stream today just go and do Paggle-thon. And just see if that will get rid of the thing. The sprout thingy. Because if it does, then I can just go in and do Paggle-thon for everyone. I really do wish that, considering Endwalker came out in the PS5 era, that it was entirely voiced, but then at the same time, it's like, I'd have less to skip. If it was. Get mad. So, you know. No. I'm not even of two minds on that part. I 100% wish that this was, fully voiced, because inflection is actually the reason. Nope, that is for later. We'll do an entire, like, several hour-long marathon-y stream, to get all of the ether cranes. In 40 billion years. Being here makes me think I'm about to enter a dungeon. But I don't think that's what's gonna happen. At least it shouldn't yet. I'm still in the 80 quests. All the divinities. Yes, I'm visibly getting upset over the fact that it's not voice acted. And I know it's not voice acted. I'm just like, please. Voices. Actually, hold on. Do we have... There's one specific amount I'm looking for. The heroic seed. Wait. Yeah, I need to go up. Alright, now where was I? Oh, yeah. Gotta stay in character.
happened here?
They partied too hard, I think.
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Oh, we have guests. You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see. I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh boy, the interactions between these two characters.
People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
One for me.
Those are dragon scales.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit. Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower. Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people? Of course! You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Oh, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova!
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
That is well.
You must be quite familiar with Dragonkin, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not? I should like to draw a file or two, if so. Now, see here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
It's just like, I love seeing it. It's just like,
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement.
Chester.
No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
Sure.
As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your Mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Okay, with that, I'm gonna be right back. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. Do 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 do. My Reaper armor is just gone on the main. I'll have to fix that before Tuesday.
Yes, that would be Radz at Han. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began. The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing. Well, he is the most important person in Rajasthan. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people, but when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Rajasthan to thrive all these years. And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
Oh, does it take us to... Is this... Hmm... Hopefully I can get some Katana Revel runs in on the main so that I can get that to 80. But I guess that all depends on how fast this takes us to finish Thavnair. And that's about it. I feel like someone came into my room, but I can't tell you who. Because I swear I heard dogging.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well. You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
Mans is wearing a white jacket. The gear for Shadowbringers is blue. And I want black.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat.
Everyone except for Mericidia, which we haven't been to yet, and Charlian at the moment, because they're
Yet
being
ere
weird.
they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Then he can't even argue.
What is it? What did you see?
And Daniel.
Van Daniel? Are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds! This is the one!
At long last!
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments! We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Nice.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless. Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
I'll be right back. Anyway, where were we? Yes, we were... Oh, we can't dive here. I was hoping to be able to dive down, since that's essentially flight. Okay, let me check, Oh, okay, so it's this quest and the next quest and we're done. And then after that, we just run right through. Okay.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could. So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance. A few more steps. Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be
The hell is
everything
this?
we hoped it would be.
Guy took 99 phones on a car just to create traffic jams on Google Maps.
Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets. What? Ah!
I love how we're just casually going through the Tower of Zot. And yeah, it's a fucking dungeon. Dude, if I had someone at level 90 who can just like run me through unsynced. I don't think that's possible yet.
Let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased.
Wait, is he wearing the Crypt Lurker gear?
My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting. Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes? Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
At your service.
Oh boy.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met.
He still has the
Day
voice
after
of
day of unbroken,
old F. Daniel.
unshakable peace. Existence
So it's not just the voice.
fulfilled
Sorry, not just the soul. He also has the voice.
and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments? That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war, and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again! Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see you.
So I am like 90% sure he's wearing the Crypt Lurker gear. Oh, I can't see it here. Anyway. One more quest. He is. That's hilarious. This man actually is just wearing augmented Crypt Lurker gear. Minus the visor thingy that I can't get rid of. Also, it's just clipped. That's funny. Just in case I get pulled into battle again. I'm guessing non-normal would be, you know, like, theoretically the raids and stuff. Behold, Razatan!
A vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Radz at Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun. The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets. But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are, Megaduta. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside. Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzatan. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. on behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude. I assume you speak of Nidana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the First Brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgard's Sorma's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat-Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility.
And then he brought down the hammer of, well, a dragon.
When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat-Han.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Razathan. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
Ah, that would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered, Estinian warm-blood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another. Yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
No one's gonna defend us, no one's gonna freak out over something.
Thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radz Adan.
The reason why Varshan or Vritra didn't attack Estinian is because it's a simulacrum, can be easily replaced. Estinian, of course, didn't attack Varshan because he's understanding that not all dragons are evil, and it's just, It's like, if I meet the dragon behind the boy, cool. If not, also cool.
With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Rads at Han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
Estinian's just silently going back to Charlene. It's just like, fuck it. I'm like, alright, to Charlene we go. Just not without a word. And Silver just like, are you not gonna help? And he's like, no, I will. Regardless of how you make the request, I'll help. But like...
I am in thy debt.
Estinian is a man of few words. Which I do like about Estinian. In the main hall. Oh, Charlene. I have a ton of stuff in this thing on my main, but I don't know. It's... Who cares? It's probably like later story stuff. Oh, the moon. The moon and Elpis and whatnot. Yeah, okay. I get it now. Anyway, I have been requested to do something IRL, but you know. Alright, and with that, that is going to be it for today's stream. I'll be back tomorrow morning! Early boy streams are back, let's go! Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow morning with, grinding on the main. So, I'll see you guys then. And then, Trails in the Sky, the third, chapter 6, part 2, or whatever.